Hello? Who's there? Are you talking, Sarah?
Hang on, is that better?
There we go.
There it goes.
Good Lord.
This screw call, it's free. No, I don't care about that. Alright. Jordan wasn't ready. He said he was ready, and it said that he wasn't online or had the proper Skype version.
You know what, dude?
Huh?
You better get your shit together. I'm not gonna let you do this.
Alright, I'm moving because I'm going to pick up on you.
Okay.
Always making me move.
Well,
Let me go refill liquids and take a bio real quick.
Right. I got my drink of choice prepared.
what is your drink of choice tonight?
Ezra Brooks, Kentucky Bourbon.
As always.
It's my favorite.
That's my favorite. I am trying loco nuts tonight and breaking my sobriety here.
Drinking?
It is.
O'Doul's.
No, it's not. Shut up. God, you're such an asshole. Captain Morgan Loco Nut Explosive Coconut Shot.
Explosive Loco Nut?
Yeah. I think their marketing people probably should have thought about that before they named this. But it's coconut liqueur. Whatever!
Gonna make yourself an almond joy?
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Actually, this stuff is really good. It's rum and coconut liqueur, spices, and nutmeg.
That sounds like a good winter drink. Or I guess a hot one on the beach.
Alright, back.
I'm just going to go grab
Welcome
myself a
back.
glass.
Shit.
I'll pour my drink.
I have a surprise for you, Raven.
Oh.
Oh, we should play poker sometime.
You know what?
Are you ready to be a one-Turian kind of woman?
Oh my god, where did you find that?
Because I need you.
Where did you find that?
So there's a little backstory here. We'll have to do a little creative editing to throw this in there, but one of the topics today is going to be video game crushes. And Raven just so happens to have a crush on a particular alien. And so I had to be prepared.
Before a certain Turian with no romantic skills to speak of tries to cheer you up.
Oh my god.
Still trying to make me blush, huh?
Oh my good god almighty.
Please tell me that's a voice modulator.
Nope, it's a soundboard.
Oh, yes.
I could add some.
Are you kidding? I'm right behind you.
Bounce going well.
Oh, and we did have some music picked out for the intro.
All groovy.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Oh my.
Oh my. Everybody ready?
Ready as can be.
All right. You are listening to another edition of the Over 30 Clan podcast. Today with you, myself, Black Death, and I have Nuke and Converted Crow, a.k.a. Cowgirl, and the one and only Raven. The Raven.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome back.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute.
Wow.
Yes, it has. You know, if we have a podcast too often, then we simply have nothing to talk about. So we have them every so often, and then we talk for way too long.
That's the way it's got to be.
It gives you more material to work with. Goodness sakes, lady, what are you doing?
Sorry, don't spill my drink.
Someone's drunk.
Already 2 sips in, and I am loud.
You should probably change your wording on that.
No offense, but if the end of the galaxy is coming, I'm not going out on the phrase, "This one feels like a flower."
Oh my god.
So in this episode, we're going to talk about some of the games that we've played recently, especially betas. What we've been playing, State of the Clan, upcoming titles, of course, video game crushes. That was a hidden topic that was submitted in the non-public poll.
Didn't even have a public poll. I kind of missed that.
No, I posted on the PlayStation community if anybody had ideas for topics, and nobody replied, so I think that gives me free creative reign then to do whatever I want.
Well, video game crushes for us guys has to be difficult because, you know, everything I've read, there's no women in video games. And I'm not a gay, so.
You're not a gay. You're not gay. You're not a gay.
You mean you've
Right.
not been struck with D-gay yet?
I don't mind. People can do whatever they want, but I'm just, you know, I'm not one.
Gay!
Yeah. I figured that one was funny.
I want to know how long you've been waiting to use that.
Well, let's see. This call's only been recorded for 9 minutes, so.
Yes.
So let me. I want statistics. That's what I want. Registration stats for State of the Clan. From when was the last podcast? It was probably November, December, October.
So
A while back.
Nuke and Yellow had it.
Oh, that's right. So we'll go November 2016 till today. And wow, that's a lot of registrations. 223 registrations since then.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's registered users. That's not necessarily people who have filled out an application, but I would say it's easily half that because we've had a huge.
What was the total again?
223.
So 214 are Ukrainian hackers.
No, we've had probably in the last 3 months an easy, I don't know, 50 people, maybe more.
Wow.
Take a look here.
I know it's been quite a bit.
I think I say on weekly we're getting at least 3.
Oh, yeah.
Getting all grown up.
January, there's what, 50 topics? How many topics get displayed in this view? 24. Or no, I don't know. 1, 2, 4.
Oh god, we're gonna sit here while you count.
I know. It's going to be all 30. So 30 since January 12th, and then 60 since December 16th, and 90 since November 29th. So, yeah, like I said, about half of what that total was. Lots of PlayStation folks. A lot of PC people rolling in lately, too. But the double-edged sword with that has always been PC people have the most grandiose flavor of video games that they play, so it's difficult for anyone to get together for one particular thing.
Right.
I tried to do a PC game night, and it just didn't work with my schedule and just trying to collaborate. But the good thing is at least a lot of the PC people also hang out in Discord, so So another quick update is the forum will probably, today is February 17th, if I forgot to mention that earlier, and the forum will probably be down for periodic maintenance this weekend. I got a notification from the software vendor that the version of the forum software we're on will no longer be supported come April. So I've put off doing an upgrade because I know it's going to break some stuff. There are a lot of custom integrations built into the forum right now, and I know for a fact a lot of that stuff's going to break. So it's just going to have to be one of those things we live with until I get it figured out. So I'm going to be doing some testing this weekend, probably just periodically. Have the forum off for maintenance and that, so that I can run backups and test and do restores after I blow stuff up.
Just see little sparks coming from your office, like zzz, zzz. Yes, it's alive. It's alive.
No. In light of your crush, what he's gonna go do, babe? He's gonna go do some calibrations.
You know what?
He's got some calibrations to do.
If I hear one more crack about calibrations... Anyway, it's good to have you back.
Man.
Now, believe it or not, this damn gun still needs calibrating.
So we might as well just go right into the first topic, and the one that probably everyone will want to jump to, since we keep referring back to it, and that was video game crushes. So a couple weeks back, we were in PlayStation Party Chat, and this topic came up, and we decided to bring it over into the podcast. And this is a total blindside to Nuke, so he had no idea that this topic was coming up. So that's why we'll start with him. So, which character have you admired in a video game?
Me?
Yeah.
You're the only nuke in here.
Citra from Far Cry 3.
Oh, okay. I know who
Get
that
some of
is.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one, because there's
I think
at the end of the
I think most males enjoyed her.
I forgot all about that character. That's a great pick.
Oh yeah, she's pretty foxy.
And of course Cortana.
Oh, couldn't do it. Robot thing. That's weird.
Yeah, but she had a delicious hiney.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I just like to listen to her talk and then squat down and walk behind her.
Oh, this is way more fun than I anticipated it was going to be.
This is gonna be way too much fun. Oh.
So that's a real good pick, Citra. Did you have any other nuke, or is that the one that stands out the most, other than Cortana?
Those are the only two that really stand out the most.
What was yours, Crow?
I had to do a little digging. Because
Crow, or let me mention first that Crow messaged me saying that he had to draft a list 3 hours prior to the podcast.
A list?
Well, it was important. I had to remember. I have a terrible memory. Okay, so I have to say Lilith from the Borderlands series and Liliana from Dragon Age.
Lilith. Oh, Lilith, okay. Going for the redhead?
Yeah, but also the potential that she could blow up the room at the same time adds something to it.
Well, the siren, right? She was the siren.
Siren.
And who was the pick from Dragon Age?
Liana, who was the spy master who you thought was some mad priestess for the first little bit in the first game.
Oh, that's right. She had an accent in that game too, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
That was...
another redhead.
Yeah.
See the theme here.
Well, we know your next cosplay, Raven.
Oh my god. Maybe. We'll see.
And Raven's pick was, we've already dropped numerous sound bites of him, but
In case you don't know.
Garrus
from
Mass Effect. I actually have quite a few, much to Crow's demise. Or chagrin, I guess.
Eh.
So, Garrus, Nathan Drake, of course, because, you know, he's got the whole rugged thing going. Geralt from The Witcher. And Joel from Last of Us. They all have beards, so.
I was gonna say,
Except for Garrus.
The Joel one is the one that kind of is the one that, like, even Garrus doesn't bother me, but Joel does, because
Okay.
the reason is
Is it the
Joel,
fact that he's fictional that bothers
because he looks
you,
homeless.
or-
Is it because
he looks homeless. Like, all the rest of them look like they have a purpose. Joel is just the one guy that looks like he should be on the street corner, panhandling, and if I don't give him the change, he's gonna go all hobo with a shotgun on me.
Oh, well, why don't you say how you really feel?
Beyond that, yeah, the rest of the list just cracks me up. Because, I mean, you have Geralt, who is a mutant in his own way. The Witchers completely. You have Garrus, who's an alien, and God knows what's really down there.
Cool. I'd like to find out.
Shepard, if you're feeling up to it, I thought we could do something fun for a change.
Okay, you're gonna have to forward me this this soundboard because Crow's gonna be gone for a weekend coming up.
Oh boy.
Glad to know my romantic skills made an impression.
I'm on a daylight, lady.
Hey, you're gone for 12 hours.
Is that what he calls it, the Reaper?
Because it's going to take more than Reapers to come between this cross-species liaison.
Oh my gosh, that's
Saucy.
amazing.
Not till we had kids, anyway.
Oh.
The scars are starting to fade. I remember they drove you wild.
I think that was probably my favorite.
There was the part about sleeping together, but this is... I don't know exactly what to do.
Damn, that escalated quickly.
Damn right.
He had this all prepared for you.
You're not going to propose marriage now, are you?
Maybe. What's to you?
I tend to expect the worst anyway, so dreaming about it is just a waste of good sleep.
Damn. Shot off the bow.
Oh my god. I had no idea that this would be this relative.
Alright, BD, you gotta cough it up. Who's on your list?
So on my list would my top two are both from Mass Effect, and that would be Jack, because she's just rough and tough and takes no shit, and probably Tali from Mass Effect.
Is it the helmet thing?
It's the latex leather outfit.
Ooh. You know, somehow.
The reason why I like
not
Trinity from
surprising.
Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta agree with Nuke on this one. Trinity from Matrix, yeah. But Jax, I'm sorry, but Jax is probably one of the most terrifying, next to the Reapers, to me, characters you meet in Mass Effect. Yes, I happily allowed her to go and kill on her side mission, but dear goodness, she is unstable as all get out.
Well, that's because if history has ever shown us anything, is that crazy is typically to go to bed.
Oh my gosh. That's my meat right there, just slapping it up.
Yeah, that was perfect. Where are we getting crickets?
Awkward silence.
I don't think there's
Awkward silence.
So, let's move on to what we've been playing. Who wants to start?
Nuke,
I can go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, what are we saying? I'm sorry, I had to check Discord real quick. I had a server go down.
What have you been playing lately, Nuke?
Let's see. I played the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta. I thought that was a lot of fun. It's interesting. A little bit different. It's probably a game I'll buy. Wasn't blown away, but then again, I thought it was a lot of fun. I could pick and do whatever I want and just run around and cause havoc. It's like a more modern Far Cry without as many animals.
Oh, thank goodness, because if there's a freaking badger in this game, I was going to lose it.
Oh, the Komodo dragon! Watch out for the dragon!
Freaking eagles that attack you from the sky randomly when you're just walking.
Yeah, those piss me off. All you hear is ah! The next thing you know,
How'd that go again?
I can't even make the noise anymore.
Lifetime opportunity thing.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's really bad, you know that, huh? Just ruined my fucking cigar, you fucking cocksucker.
You're all on top of the sound bites tonight.
Shut the fuck up!
That's why we were late to the podcast, because I had to hook Nuke up with all of the shenanigans to be able to drop sound bites in the call as well.
Good deal.
But that game seems like it could be a lot of fun with co-op.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
My only concern is the length of the game. I don't know. I think after a while it might get pretty repetitive. But the way I feel about it, I liked how the guns handle. And with only limited guns that they had available, I think I could see a lot more fun coming from getting higher powered weapons. And of course, it's always fun to try to snipe something across a map. The map is pretty damn massive in that game too.
Are the enemies bullet sponges again, like they were in the Division?
No, they dropped.
Not at all.
They dropped immediately.
Yeah, the game was Nuke gave me a key to beta test it, and last minute, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to play it, but I thought the game was amazing. It was a really good mix between Far Cry and like the Division, but it was all open world like Far Cry was, but it had more realistic combat, like you have. I don't want to say like the Division, but I mean there's cover type combat, and it's just more realistic. It's not like an arcade shooter. It's definitely a Tom Clancy title. That's a good way of putting it. It's
okay.
a Tom Clancy title for sure. And I thought the game was absolutely amazing. On PC, the graphics were outstanding. The controls, I guess it must be another Tom Clancy thing or Ubisoft thing, because most of the shooting controls and the cover system in that was very similar to Far Cry. If you ever played that game, you wouldn't have a problem with it. With a controller, I'm sure it's easier, but they definitely needed work on the vehicles. The vehicles were probably very arcade-ish in the past Far Cry titles, and they just tried to make it too easy, I think. And so, like, the helicopter controls were terrible, in my opinion. But if it was on a controller, I'm sure it would probably be a lot easier. Because on a keyboard, they want you to try and use, like, shift and control for power and to go up and down. And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But in the short time that I played it, I would definitely buy it. I'm not going to pre-order it, but I will certainly buy it. I think the game would be even more amazing co-op. So that game comes out on the 27th or the 7th of March, I think. And I'm hoping that they have another beta. The first one was a closed beta. I'm assuming they'll have an open beta, and I'm hoping to try the game out on PlayStation then, so I can try it on both means, and then I'll make my decision which way I'll go.
They are going to have the beta. They just released it today. It is going to be open on the 23rd of this month through the 27th.
All right. So another week.
Hopefully they'll open up a little bit more of it too.
There was an open beta, it said?
Yes, it says an open beta is coming.
Awesome.
And the dates are the 23rd starting at 6 a.m. Eastern, and it will end at February 27th around the same time.
Okay, well, I would highly recommend it for anyone listening to definitely play the beta. I thought the game was great. If you like The Division or you liked Far Cry, then I would be blown away if you didn't like this game.
Let's see. It says preloading will be available sometime in the U.S. around February 21st at 6 a.m. You can go ahead and have it downloaded about a day or so before it even kicks off.
Okay, awesome. Did you play anything else?
But yeah, it's for those who were wondering, it is nothing like The Division as far as bullet sponginess. You shoot somebody in the chest, they go down with 3 bullets. You shoot somebody in the face, they die in 1 shot.
It's more like Rainbow Six, I imagine.
Oh, Rainbow Six.
Yeah, more realistic and.
Okay.
The same goes for you, though. So, I mean, there's definitely a big stealth aspect in the game then. And, there's one thing I didn't get to try, which I was very disappointed in. So, they have a feature in the game for synchronized shots.
Yeah, I didn't do that either.
When you play by yourself, you have AI, and then you have full control to command the squad. Follow me, you go here, do that. And I didn't get a lot of time to play with it, but I found out later that there was an option to synchronize shots so that you can basically designate everyone in the party to pick a target, and then you can at once shoot them all, which I thought was absolutely badass.
Holy crap, so you drop 4 targets at once, and
Yep.
if it's... Dang, that sounds nice.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll definitely get a chance on the console to give that a try.
I really thought the weapon customization was really cool. I really thought the gear customization was really cool, and also from PC perspective, they did in the settings menu. You see all these different things that you can change, like the different textures and all that fun stuff. Well, in this one, whenever you go in and you actually click on it, it shows what the different changes look like in real time. So it'll have like a little scene, and if you put like shadows on low, it'll show what shadows on low looks like versus high, medium, and it also shows the impact that it has on your system. So it really gives you a lot more information whenever you're customizing your settings to make it look the best and play the best. Kind of have that optimal feel to it. Since not everybody is going to be running, maxed out hardcore gear on their systems, I thought it was a real nice touch, and I hope it bleeds into more and more games. But outside of that, go ahead.
I was gonna say there were some. I want to mention that even though it's open world, that it still follows that Far Cry formula where you have to unlock areas. You can't just fly or drive, from one end of the map to the other.
Oh,
at least you don't have to climb up towers.
or catch feathers.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to climb up. You don't have to climb up towers like in Far Cry 3. You don't have to climb up buildings like in Assassin's Creed. It's kind of a Ubisoft staple.
The one thing that I really liked about the game was, so they gave you more to work with in terms of being tactical when how you approach the mission or whatever it is you're trying to do. And so, just like Far Cry, you have binoculars where you can sight people and tag them, and then the same if you're looking through a scope. But then they introduced a drone, and in part of the level tree, so it's sort of like Far Cry, excuse me, where you have all these level tree is the best way to explain it, really. So you can add points to using the drone or add points to weapon handling, and but with the drone you could fly up and scout the whole terrain and tag enemies that way, and I thought that was a great new aspect of the game.
It sounds a lot simpler than using binoculars from yay so far away.
Yeah,
Well, you do have binoculars as well, but you also have the drone that'll let you kind of scour the area. And later on, whenever you unlock stuff, you can actually get the drones to do attack strikes and stuff like that. But I'm assuming it fits in with a lot more deadly enemies.
Yeah, and
I started off going ultra stealth, and it's like, oh shit, man, this isn't saving anything. I'm not paying attention to the story. I'm just going to YOLO everything. So. Fly the helicopter into a base, and everybody parachutes out, and then you just start shooting everything. Yeah, it was a pretty good time playing that. So I'm interested to see how that comes out. Exactly right.
Oh my gosh. I won't lie, that startled me a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Going ham. So, what else have you played, Nuke? Anything new other than...
Well, nothing as far as new goes. I guess the newest one would be I tried out a free-to-play title on PC, which is Tiger Knight Empire War. Which is basically a free-to-play multiplayer version along the lines of Mount & Blade, set in the Empire Wars in I think China. So that was a lot of fun. That was pretty cool game. I played that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's funny how Mount & Blade is getting more hype with the new game coming out, and now there seems to be more and more competitors in the same genre suddenly popping out of the woodwork.
Yeah, you know how everything goes, man. You get a lot of momentum going in one direction because people see that, oh wow, people like this stuff. Well, let's everybody make something like it.
Yep. Well, you played.
Well, you see, think of like the open world survival games. You know, you had, I guess you could consider somewhat Arma with some of the mods that they had. But then after that, you had Rust come out, and
H1Z1.
You had DayZ, which is Arma 2 mod that turned into a full game, and then you had Rust, then H1Z1, then Ark. Now off of Ark, you've got Conan Exiles that just came out, which is basically Ark in Conan lore.
With a dong slider. Don't forget the dong
slider.
slider.
I heard about the dong slider.
Apparently.
There's a few clanmates of ours that are a little too excited about that dong slider.
They had to one up Rust with just having the visual dong. Now you can actually have a say in your donger size.
Which
you hear that, honey? You can have a say in your donger size.
Hey, you know what? I was waiting for it. Waiting for it.
I would make the shortest legs possible and give myself a tripod.
I'd say we dodged
all right. What's that?
Oh, somebody. Oh, that's Dano wanting to play 2K.
Dan, keep your pants on.
So, real quick to wrap up on your experiences, Duke. You played the For Honor beta, correct?
Yes.
And your thoughts on that?
I really like the concept. I think the game looks awesome. It's not my style of fighting. It's not free flow fighting. It's more kind of timing based combos and directional. It just doesn't feel right to me. I like being able to kind of move unrestricted at all times, and that game is not as free flowing. But it looks great, and for those who like fighting games, I think it'd be a great game. It's just Not my
thought the
style.
game had some potential. I don't think that these type of games are executed well on PC. I think if you would have played the game with a controller, it probably would have been an entirely different experience. But
It is. It's a completely different experience.
Yeah,
'Cause I picked up a controller halfway through it, and it finished a lot easier.
yeah, I did not like the game at all. It's just not my cup of tea. I hate like directional fighting, especially with keyboard and mouse. If it's a controller, it's a piece of cake. But it was just a pain in the ass to play on PC. I was really surprised to see how much hype. There were quite a few people mentioning it in Discord, but not my thing.
I would say one of the PC games that said he played almost like 17 hours of it.
Yeah.
We just got it ourselves. And I played the beta as well, but I played controller, so it's way easier. But I don't know how you guys did it. I don't know how I just don't see how it's possible without a controller.
Yeah, it's difficult, with the way you have to kind of aim the mouse, and it's just not. I don't know. It doesn't work for me, but for those who like that type of game, I'd definitely recommend it because it looks great. It has a good sound and feel to it, and I like the thoughts behind it. It all makes sense. Just doesn't feel right for me personally. But I also played a lot of Tropico too.
Oh yeah,
Tropico 4 as well.
Got Tropico 5 for Nuke for your birthday, right?
No, for Christmas.
Christmas, I forgot. That game, oh my god. I am ashamed that I haven't played any of that series before. It is so much fun. It's not just a city builder. It has a big political influence on as far as how the game is played, and the humor in the game is it's just top notch.
Yeah, I liked it. But I like those style of games. I spent a lot of time playing Banished. Spent a lot of time playing Civ 5, and it's kind of along those lines in that type of genre.
So Raven,
So I played the shit out of it.
Yes.
You play the shit out of every game.
Hey, I get into one and then I just go hardcore and play it to the max I can possibly do it. And, I'm on like my 5th total conversion mod on Arc as well. I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, that's right. We'll come back to that because there's something you mentioned to me earlier today that I wanted to bring up with Arc, but I want to also make sure that everyone else gets a turn. So Raven, what have you been playing lately and enjoying?
Well, I started For Honor this evening. I really enjoy it so far. Cool. I get to play as a Valkyrie. Badass. I really like the fact that, not to get all girl power on you, but I do like the fact that you can play as a female that's not, like, oh, save me.
How'd that go again?
I don't know. And, shut up. Nobody asked you. So I've been enjoying that. What else? Arc. I've been playing a lot of that, a little too much. Well, I don't know if it's too much. Been enjoying that. Ezio collection. That's kind of it. I mean, kind of bouncing between those. So.
How about you, Crow?
Oh, screaming at NBA 2K17, as always.
A new genre that we've introduced to the clan.
Oh god, and I don't know why we did, but mainly only screaming when it goes into the freaking multiplayer aspect of it, because EA, they are almost equal in size now as far as gigabytes to Grand Theft Auto between all the updates and everything else. It is just insane, and they still haven't fixed simple stuff. I like it, but I love it. It's one of those games that you want to enjoy, but at the same time you want to strangle like none other. Playing a little bit of Ark as well. I'm not as deep into it as Raven is, just for the sole factor of I get distracted and get eaten in the wild randomly, and it pisses me off. Me and the Titan boas have had a few dances that have not gone well, and
Are you just running? You're running around without a mouth.
yep, that's the summary of it. Just started playing For Honor and also playing the Hitman that did the episodic for the year last year, and I just went ahead and they had a couple of the episodes on sale not too long ago, so I bought a couple of them just to try them out. So kind of tinkering with that.
It's an episode type Hitman?
So the missions are now were designed as episodes. So you played sections, and you could go back over, play them several times, different ways, approaching the target, different styles. Then you had to wait for the next target. Literally, they said it's like, they had it set up to where it is like you're waiting for your contracts.
Oh,
and so,
that sounds neat.
So they spread the game out over a year instead of just giving you everything at once. They gave you some bonus missions kind of throughout the year, apparently.
Telltale style.
Yeah, not kind of. It didn't have the as much story influenced as heavily. From what I could tell so far, I'm only into kind of about maybe just got into Act 2. This is like when Diana finds Agent 47, and you don't know where he's been, what's been going on. Agent 47 doesn't even recognize he's Agent 47 anymore. He just recognizes his training. So it's kind of interesting. It's very different than how the previous Hitman had played it out before. So that's been one of my fun ones for single player. So that's kind of all I've been doing.
And we have a ARC server on PS4, right? That Darth set up for us. And so if you play ARC on PS4, make sure to hit up. What is his exact gamer tag again? Darth Raven something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Darth Ravenclaw. Okay. Yeah, so I was kind of blown away that feature was even there, but apparently he happened to have a spare PS4. He bought one for his wife, and she doesn't really use it, and so he uses it to host a dedicated ARC server, which I thought that was pretty amazing that they even let you do that.
Well, he said it wasn't being used a lot, and it's a game that we all played consistently. We were just getting tired of the people and how much everything was being farmed so fast you couldn't keep up on resources. So he just said, why don't we do this? And sure enough, next thing you know, we had a server. And I mean, babe, how long you guys had that now?
Oh, almost a month, I think. A couple weeks.
So I have been playing 2K. I got burnout on Battlefield, and so I'm eagerly awaiting for the DLC in March. But the problem is, so much good stuff comes out in March. We got the Wildlands coming out in March. We got the new Mass Effect coming out in March, and so it's gonna be difficult. So I definitely, we already talked about Wildlands. That's definitely on my radar. Very highly likely I'll get it. I was just debating which platform. Maybe even both. Who knows? I thought it was that good. 2K. I have to say, I quit playing Call of Duty because of the level of frustration due to the random nonsensical bullshit, and that's all come back now in 2K cloth.
It redressed itself.
So I played 2K 14, 15, 16 a little bit on console, and now 17. And it wasn't until 17 that I really played a lot of multiplayer. And I'm really glad that a lot of folks in the clan picked it up and played with us. We probably have a good dedicated 8 people on PlayStation. And
well, are we counting Newfie's entire collection of players?
Yeah. There's 6 or 8 people, individuals. and there were some new guys playing it, but I saw in the friends list, but I can't get them to join a party, so I'll have to keep plugging away at that. But the big difference was in this one they introduced Pro-Am, which was 5-on-5. So when you play 2K, you play on the street court normally, which is 3-on-3. And I got to say that was a awakening experience to play Pro-Am.
Yeah.
We're 0-10 right now.
About as awakening as the first time you're a kid and your balls drop hard enough that when you get hit there, it hurts. Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, it was a experience.
Yeah, our was not doing well.
Yes, but when it reminds me so much of Call of Duty. When it's good, it's awesome, and when it's bad, you are so fucking frustrated that you're ready to break something. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but at least we got some people on the bandwagon to play with us until some of these other games drop. And then on the PC side, I started playing a game called Force of Nature, which is another survival type game. It was really cheap. It showed up in my queue, in the store queue as a recommendation. It was like $8, and it's a pretty good game. There's some issues with some controls.
Gay!
Oh, fuck off, Nuke. And then just trying to play some of the games that I bought, like the last Steam sale that I never got to play, like the Golf Club. That was a good game. I'm glad I got that cheap. That was a pretty good game. The Crew, I believe, I got that on PC. That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, I think that was like a free download on Uplay.
Right. Yep. And then Tropico. After I gave Tropico to Nuke for Christmas, I'm like, God, this game is so good. I bought it for myself. I've been playing that and looking through.
I think it's what it was like. It was really, really cheap there for a while.
It was like $8 or $10 or something. So, and I played the For Honor beta. We talked about that. I wasn't fond of it. Played the Wildlands beta. I thought that was awesome. I'd like to try PlanetSide again. I'd like to see if I can get anybody interested in playing PlanetSide on PlayStation, because that wasn't bad. It was pretty fun. And then played some Ark. You guys, Crow and Raven, gave me that for Christmas, and it's just tough to get used to after playing on PC. There's just the GUI is crazy in Ark because there's just so much stuff to do, and it's just really difficult to play on console. But I wanted to talk about I'm going to try and lure you to the dark side of PC right now. So, Nuke, earlier today you were telling me about something, a new mod for Ark, regarding custom breeding of dinosaurs.
Oh, the beauty of Ark, it still runs like shit. So that's a given. You just kind of learn to deal with that with any early access title. But the modders just completely take over, and that's where everything is. I think the massive majority of players who play Ark on PC are playing on custom servers.
Well, tell me about the mod, though, that you were telling me about earlier.
But yeah, this one is the one I'm playing right now. Is Ark Comes Alive Redemption. It's the second version of this mod, and it's for the more people who have actually played through the game at least once and want a lot more challenge and a lot more variety. And so they've got different kinds of dinos that you've got. Pretty much every version of Dino out there has an alpha version, and instead of making the alphas tameable, what you have to do is you have to knock them out and take DNA that's from them. And then whenever you get the DNA, then you go and you build a DNA replicator that's within the mod. And then you basically create it in this machine. And so you have the alpha version for yourself, which is a lot of fun. And then you can take that and you can evolve them up to another level of species. And then they have open world bosses and higher level bosses that you can fight. But each one you have to progress up to different level dinos. And like, do you guys have the damage numbers on your console?
I think so, yeah. I'd have to look at it again, but I'm pretty sure we do.
Like you'll come up against these open world, like the alphas. Whenever you fight them in the wild, you'll run into like an alpha dire bear that has 380,000 health and does 15,000 damage. But you overcome that by getting another alpha of your own and building it up to where, like, my dire bear of the same level would be like 2 million HP and 3,000 melee. But you just keep evolving them up and up and up and up until you're fighting bosses in different kinds of arena. They had an arena that they had to take out because it was screwed up. But you've got these 20 million HP dinos that are only taken down by the highest level dinos that you create. It's just so much fun and so much variety that you can add into it. And that's just one total conversion. There's another one that I just got done playing that is called Extinction Evolved, which is basically a spin-off of another one that was called Anunnaki Genesis, and it has all kinds of dinos that would be. Some of them have extra harvest ability, so you can gather a lot more and carry a lot more weight. Some of them have poison ability, so you can poison everything and make easier tames. But they also added NPC tribes. So basically, you've got these packs of NPCs that roam around different parts of the islands that you just randomly fight, and they're all different kinds of levels. Some of them will have regular weapons. Some of them will have poison trank weapons. Some of them have the clubs that will just knock you out. Some of them have grenades and poison gas. And they also have random chiefs that spawn that you have to have, high-level dinos to be able to, high-level specialized dinos to be able to beat, which is really awesome. Just makes, with each one of these total conversions, that's the beauty of Ark, is that it makes it a completely new ball game. The core is still the same of, base building and mat gathering and the typical grind. But the new added dinos and different mechanics and different structures and stuff that are involved that they add to them just makes it a completely different game.
I gotta say, the club knocking out thing is really funny because when we had it in a public server, somebody leaped our wall because we had a section that wasn't built high enough yet. And I don't know who did it in the group, but they dragged him and put him in a cage and locked the cage. And this guy messaged Raven how many times to let him out when we weren't even near the PlayStations or around, begging to be let out.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Surprise, motherfucker.
So now it's because the only times I hop on Ark is to build a small wooden cage, drag any of our clanmates that are sleeping off into one of the areas, and just dump them in the cage and lock the cage and leave them. And so there's been a few of them that have woken up some weird places inside of a cage.
Oh, all right, so we're nearing on an hour, so I want to talk a bit about upcoming titles real quick, especially the DLC for Battlefield 1, since that's a big title that the clan plays. And so March, what is it, 21st? Is that when the DLC comes out for Battlefield? Or is it, no, it's not, it hasn't been explicitly set yet. They just said March, right?
I think so. Let me double.
Um, so anyhow, there's new maps. Let's see, Verdun Height, Fort Davao, which I'm thinking that map is going to be. It seems like in Battlefield, any map with fort in the title is not that fun to play. And so it says the first big engagement inside a fort during World War I takes place in the dark underworld of Fort Davao. Down in the maze of dark galleries and wet stone corridors, French and Germans fight ferociously with grenades, guns, bayonets, and flamethrowers. Watch your corners. So
Damn.
immediately,
Corner camping.
Yep, it's gonna be fucking corner camping. And then the one map that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm sure Wolf will be too, is, I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't even know where to begin. Soissons. Soens? I'm not sure, but it is. It says French 10th Army moves to take back this area using their powerful Saint Charmant tanks, planes, tanks, and infantry clash in a beautiful French countryside. So it's a tank heavy map. And then there's Rupture, which says bridges over the Ines River. The French find themselves back in the battlefields where the poppies grow over the rusty wreck of previous tank battles. And then, of course, they're adding the French. I'm not sure how many people are really looking forward to playing as the French, but sorry, French
The
people.
Canadians.
Yeah. Newfie.
Wolf.
Make it really easy to rage quit.
Yeah.
No, you don't even rage quit because that would require rage. They just wave a flag and quit.
Yeah, it's actually instead of when you hold right trigger, it just holds up the white flag, and then. But there's going to be a new game mode called Frontlines. It's a mix of Conquest and Rush. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. And then probably the biggest news is the Steel Behemoth that's coming out, and that's the Char 2C tank that is basically a behemoth that you'll get to control. It's a super heavy tank, basically. So I'm very curious. And then they're also adding an assault tank gun. The Saint Charmant, most heavily armed allied tank of the war. So a lot of tank love in this DLC. So and then Trench Raider Elite class. So a new elite that they're adding. It seems to be very melee specific. This is the Brutal Raider Club, an impressive grenade arsenal. So very curious. And then last but not least, a new stationary weapon, similar to a field gun, but the Siege Howitzer, which players can control. A stationary weapon that can operate indirect aiming and firing, the same as mortars, and like artillery and vehicles. So I can't wait for the DLC, and I think it's long awaited. I think a lot of people are burnt out on Battlefield.
Is this the first DLC that they're releasing for it?
Yeah, they released one map, but it wasn't, I don't know if you could really call it an official DLC, but they released one new map, and that's it. No new guns, nothing yet. So
Wow, that's a long ass time.
I know, no mention at all about guns yet that I know of. So I'm hoping that all this sounds good, but I want new guns, especially LMGs.
Well, they keep nerfing everything.
Yeah, they nerfed everything to hell. They nerfed the Hell Rifle. They nerfed the MG15. They, I'm trying to think what's the other LMG. I thought they added like side to side recoil on almost everything now. Any automatic weapon, so I don't know. Climb the ranks and get new unlocks. So progress through 10 new ranks. So that's probably going to be whatever.
Was it 110 now?
No,
I'm
thinking. Well, I don't know if they're going to add like a class with the French soldier or not, and then you'll have the 10 ranks to burn through on that guy. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to Wildlands, which comes out in a similar time frame, and then of course Mass Effect. All in the same month. All those three happen in March.
And don't forget Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be coming out, which I'm extremely excited about.
In 11 days, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
On the 28th. Halo comes out, the new Halo Wars 2, which I don't think anybody plays Halo anymore. Fart noise. Insert fart noise. Where did I go here? Kingdom Hearts Remix, March 28th, another one in March.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Dang.
I didn't even know they were still making those games. I played Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation 2, I think. The original one that came out. It was great. I didn't even know they were still making those.
I think there's been a big rising in people wanting to play the game. I saw a couple people mention it in Discord, and I remember you mentioned it in a previous podcast that you like playing the game. So, yeah, it seems to be making a comeback. September 2K18, Crow. We're gonna have to do all of this shit all over again in September.
Enough to do it.
Oh, I can do it again. I'll do it again. Boogie will for sure, I'm sure. Another game that I'm looking forward to that is TBA right now, and it's the new South Park game. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I played The Stick of Truth. That game is a lot of fun. I don't know. South Park seems to be an acquired taste, but I thought the game was fun, and I definitely look forward to this one. It's a game that I'll probably wait until it goes on sale to buy, but I definitely had fun with Stick of Truth.
Oh my god. You gave him a soundboard.
I know, he's a dangerous man now.
Right.
They're coming out with a new Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom in March. Man,
They're
March is
on-
like everything's coming out in March, it seems.
I was hoping they'd kind of spread these out a little bit instead of let's drop everything at once.
Yeah, a new Legend of Zelda, but nobody plays. Yeah, fart noise. I don't see anything else really standing out. I know there's got to be more. Let's see here. There's a huge list. Come up with a new Dragon Quest. That's on 3DS. Resident Evil 7. I don't know. But there's just so many of those games. I have a hard time having any respect for them anymore. They just seem like it's overdone. This says Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue come out on January 24th for the PlayStation 4. So I have to check the store for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
For Honor closed beta, that's over. Double Dragon 4 for PC? Really? Conan Exiles, that come out on the 31st of January.
Isn't the Resident Evil, is that the Biohazard one?
That already came out.
Just says Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, I think that one's out right now.
The Infinite Warfare DLC dropped on January 31st. Fart noises.
No, that was throw up.
Wildlands closed. Oh yeah, here it says. Oh, that's closed beta. Let's see here. For Honor, that's already released February 14th.
How are they still making Tekken games?
I know. Who plays fighting games anymore? I don't know.
Oh my.
Trying to look through the list here.
Prey.
Wildlands.
Bethesda's next little solo single-player creep-tastic game.
This is the Police. That sounds familiar. That looked good from what I recall. Oh, another thing that I played that was free on PlayStation Plus this month was This War Is Mine, or This War.
This War of Ours.
This War of Ours. That game is good. That's a good game. It's kind of like a survival, your typical survivor game, but it had a lot of every character has a backstory, and there's a big like psychological aspect to the game. So you can't just like go through the game and just murder everyone for all the resources you need, because your characters will have a fucking breakdown and they can either leave or fucking commit suicide. So you really have to like try to play it straight, which makes the game really difficult.
Oh, that sounds fun. I haven't downloaded it. I just haven't started it up yet.
The game is totally worth a try. It's I like it. This is the Police. This sounds vaguely familiar, so I'm looking it up real fast. A strategy adventure game set in a city spiraling down the drain. You come face to face with ugly underbelly of the Freeburg, taking the role of the gritty police chief Jack Boyd. Portrayed by John St. John, the voice of Duke Nukem. That's where I remember.
What?
Yeah. Damn, you're ugly. Dive into the deep story of corruption, crime, taking the role of graded police chief. You come face to face with ugly underbelly. Immerse yourself in controversial tale of corruption, crime, and political intrigue. This game sounds pretty good. So this is the Police. So keep an eye out on that. That comes out March 22nd. Another game in March. Rock Band VR? Really?
Not forgetting the fall. Red Dead Redemption 2 will be dropping
in March.
No, in fall. In the fall.
Oh,
Since
in the fall.
Looking a little bit farther ahead.
Yeah, I'm getting there. There's a Vikings game coming out in March. Wolves of Midgard. MLB The Show, the 17, if you're another sports fan. Fallout 4, Total Insanity, another DLC for Fallout. Coming in March. Yeah.
That's a little late.
Dang.
Looking through here real quick. Nothing really in April. That's worth mentioning. Sniper Ghost Warrior. I don't know. Dragon Quest Heroes, Conan Exiles, that's already out now, right?
Yes.
The Golf Club 2? I didn't ever know anything about that. They're bringing City Skylines to Xbox One. Is that already out? It says spring of 2017, City Skylines for Xbox One.
Interesting. That's a fun game.
Yeah, Prey is coming out May 5th, and Injustice 2 is coming out May 16th.
You beat me to it even better than I did.
Dang. They're coming out with Dirt 4. What else? Yeah. New Hello Neighbor game. My kids love playing that, Hello Neighbor.
What the heck is Hello Neighbor?
It's so I won't go into huge detail, but it's so you like live across the street from this dude who's really suspicious, and the whole point is to try to sneak into his house and to figure out what's going on. And so you have to do so. It's sort of like a puzzle strategy game. My kids love it. Project Cars 2 is coming out. Let's see, in late 2017. Oh, Detroit Become Human. There's no date on that. That one looks weird. Yeah, that one looks interesting.
So weird.
It only looks interesting because you're from there.
I'm telling you, they better make a goddamn Fallout out of Detroit. They need to. They need to.
Exactly. So you could actually do a real life version of it.
Yeah.
You guys could cosplay and you could just walk downtown. No one would have any idea.
I know.
There
we
you
got a
go.
new TV show out there. There's a new car show featured on Velocity Channel called Mob Steel. Which is funny. That 1 week after airing the show, one of their best cars got stolen, and I'm like, how fucking typical is that?
Welcome to Detroit, motherfuckers.
Yep. Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Prepare to be astonished.
Hey, Garrus's lack of a penis.
Get your fat ass back here.
Alright, I'm coming.
Oh my god. Oh, I gotta find the tab I was on now to go through these.
You like
releases.
popsicles?
Like popsicles? State of Decay 2. That's a game to look out for. I thought the first game was awesome, and hopefully they make the second one even better. They're coming out with Battlefront 2. Fart noises.
Well, of course, because you've got the new Star Wars being released.
Yeah.
Okay, if they're gonna do this, they just give us something like Knights of the Old Republic again. That was an RPG that was amazing. Don't give us just crap as usual. Star Wars set in a battlefield setting. That's terrible.
Yeah, the Division gets a DLC
That's exactly
update
what they're going to do.
at the end of winter. Division gets another update. God of War, Fallout 4 VR. Yeah, that seems to be it. It seems like March is the go-to month for all things video games. Oh, and another quick tidbit of information is this is the first time. Is it E3 is public or
E3's public.
what's that?
No tickets. Yeah, it's E3.
E3,
no
yeah.
tickets. No, and it's going to be completely open to the public this time, which is weird. I don't know if they realize what they're doing.
No, I thought for sure you had to buy a ticket.
Is it?
I could.
I thought it
I
was
could've
open completely. Could be wrong.
I could have swore you had to buy a ticket. It was like $150 because I remember somebody. I'm trying to phrase this politically correct. Disinterested in the price, and I thought $150 was a pretty fair price to go to E3, but.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
But yeah, it's in LA though. I don't really want to go to LA. I'd like to go to E3, but I don't want to go to LA. And then we got Gamers Forgiven coming out on April 1st. Newfie and I are heading out there again. And I think I'm bringing the whole family this time. I know my oldest son wants to go again, and my youngest likes to flip-flop. One day he says he wants to, and the other day he doesn't. So we'll see. I got enough spaces for everyone. So, but they have a Overwatch tournament this year, and my oldest wants to join the Overwatch tournament with me. And so I'm like, well, we need to practice, right, dude? And he's like, oh yeah. And so I've never played the game before, and so I buy it and download it, and we play our match. And first couple matches are so. You're getting used to the maps and getting used to the characters. And I would say the biggest learning curve for the game is learning the characters, because it's all about their abilities and which ones mix and mash well with the others. And it was really amazing because we were playing this game mode where you gotta escort the payload. It's sort of like what was that game mode in Call of Duty? We'd escort the robot.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah, it was sort of like that, but the payload is just whatever, this tank or whatever floating thing. And so I finally found this dude that I like, this little robot guy that can transform into a turret. And so my son tells me, he's like, oh, you can get on top of the payload and then turn into the turret. I'm like, okay. And so I do that, and we're moving the payload down, and we're just mowing everybody down. And then he picks a character that has like this protective bubble, so he's on the payload with me. We're like completely invincible at this time, and we walk the payload through, and the game ends in like 3 minutes, and we end up with like 15 kills each. I'm like, holy shit, like if it could only be this easy all the time. But that was a fun game for sure, Overwatch. So I know there's a couple people out there now that play it, but I look forward to playing it more.
There's quite a few Xbox guys I think that play it. I haven't seen too much else beyond that. Xbox and PC guys.
Yep. So with that,
other releases. ESO Morrowind is supposed to come out, I guess, this summer. Is that right? Just basically the expansion of the regular game, which could be interesting.
Yeah, so.
And then also Bannerlord. No release date on that yet.
No release date on that one. That one's coming out for console too, right?
Supposed to.
Yeah.
Supposed to. I don't. They've taken so long to do this, and they release information so sporadically. You never know when it's going to come out. They keep saying it's going to be 2017, but you never know. Hopefully they'll release it during summertime. But I'm not going to hold my breath.
Any chance of you buying a console, Nuke?
I don't know. I don't know. My tastes have changed. I've gotten to the point to where I play, and then these games have such longevity for me because I can go back and replay them with mods, and they take on a new life form with mods.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't a immediate hell no from you, but you got a video.
Well, I mean, I'm never gonna rule it out. I'm never gonna rule it out. I just don't see myself. I mean, I'd love to have one. I just don't see myself putting the time into it that I put into all the different stuff on PC.
We'll always have BF4 Nuke.
Yes.
No parents.
Fucking
Yeah,
Swedish
yeah.
cunts.
My favorite rage moment of all times. We trying to play BF4 on the 360. They should have never released that game on that console, and it kept crashing. And Nuke was so frustrated. I saved the screenshot to this day. It was so fucking funny. He got so pissed off. The game kept crashing, and I get this message: "Those fucking Swedish cunts."
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, it was great.
It was like the third crash of the night on that. God, what was that? The only nighttime map they had at the time, the city map.
Yeah, it was the one with the bridge in the middle. Oh, what was it? You make me look it up now.
I mean, I can't remember the name of it because
Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, Game Breaker.
Yep, Game Breaker. That map would always crash 360.
Well, and we got stuck in a lobby that we just kept playing that fucking Operation Locker map over and over again. That would drop down to like fucking 4 frames a second in the middle with all the grenade spam, and everybody just clashing right there in the middle. Especially in the under part, once you blew up the guard tower there in the prison, and then it was just nothing but nade spam and explosions, and it turned into a fucking slideshow. And that's the reason that whole experience is the reason why I didn't buy Battlefield 1, because
damn right.
Yes.
No, Battlefield 1's a good game. It just it's hard to start over with having so much when Battlefield 4, after all these years and all the updates, and so it was a good game, but it got boring quick because there's just no comparison in content compared to Battlefield 4.
Once you hit 10, that was it. You didn't get anything else.
I know it's the genre, but there's got to be some more guns I can dig up, because I don't know, it's like everyone runs to the same thing. Everyone runs the Hellrifle, everyone runs the Martini Henry, everyone runs the MG15 or the what is the default LMG gun now?
Can't think of
can't-
it off.
I know, it's driving me nuts now, but, you know, it's like everyone runs the same 3 or 4 things, so, and that doesn't make for a very good game, in my opinion, but, so, hopefully...
Maybe with the French being
Lewis
added,
gun.
they like
Lewis gun.
sharpened white flags now. You know?
Yeah, so hopefully...
Well, see, that was the one thing that I noticed in looking at, you know, if you want to look at historical World War One stuff, is that the setting doesn't lend itself to having more guns because
There weren't
a lot
guns.
of, and there wasn't a lot of variety. I mean, I thought World War II would have been a much better entry for them because then they could mix in some World War One legacy stuff that carried over into World War II, and then some more advanced weapons. But you know, as far as guns and ballots like that, where everybody's running the exact same shit all the time, it was the exact same way in Battlefront as well. I mean, there were just everybody ran virtually the same loadouts for whatever. It was basically like if you had a class system and everybody's just kind of locked into one gun because everything else was shit compared to it.
I don't know. Too many shooters just lock you in here regardless because they don't give you enough to work with, and it's just, hey, here's this gun that does this and this gun that does this, and that's all we're gonna give you for now. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest problem is, so in Battlefield 4, you had gear that was good for specific things, and so you could play to the gear, whereas in Battlefield 1, you either have good guns or you got shit guns. It's like, you can't play a gun, like, you can't, I'm trying to think what the last LMG is. You know, nobody uses that fucking thing because it's garbage. You know, everyone uses the same 2 guns for LMGs, and so it's just, I don't know, hopefully they can, it's early, you know, obviously Battlefield runs several years, so hopefully they can spice it up and bring some more diversity to the game, because I think it desperately needs it.
Yeah, definitely. It needs something because right now they're starting to fall into the Call of Duty realm of rinse and repeat and redress and fail, because it's just great idea, execution wasn't there.
Well, yeah, that's just the Battlefield model, though. It's more like the Call of Duty model is 1 year, one and done, and the Battlefield model is more 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got a long time coming, and so hopefully they really deliver. So we're nearing on an hour and a half. We should wrap it up, and then so we can ball on the court.
Woohoo! I'm gonna go scream at my TV.
Yeah, no shit, right? So I would like to thank everyone for getting back. The gang's all here again, and you know, visit us at over30clan.com. We're on YouTube. We're on the Twitters. We're on the Facebook. All that schnaz. So I guess we will sign off for now.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
There was one thing I wanted to leave Raven.
Come back alive. It'd be an empty galaxy without you.
Shut the fuck up, fat man.
You get your fat ass back here.
We're in this together.
They speak English and what? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
Give him a soundboard.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Nuke, thank you for not overdoing the sound effects. I did give you new toy to play with.
I was light on the trigger.
I was a little worried at first. Oh, we need a badass tune to go out on. Oh, I've used that one before. How about groovy hip hop or funky suspense?
Funky suspense for
What?
sure.
Slap at the bass.
Yeah, slap on the bass. We got a slow start here. Oh, yeah, we got some night court going on.
Yeah. I need my fedora
Yeah. We got the bong.
and my round sunglasses.
I've got balls of steel.
Oh God!
Oh,
If for anything, that's gonna be why I buy that Detroit game is for the dude who does Duke Nukem.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah.
And,
Anytime.
No,
had a couple
That
drinks. I'm going to
alcohol
bed.
set.
I'm gonna refill my drink cup and then I'm gonna get on me some 2K.
I'll
No,
join
but
you.
seriously, if you guys really like Ark,
Mhm.
PC. It's if you really owe it to yourself to get it on PC.
I feel like I'm gonna get a pamphlet from you guys saying, "Do you have time to hear about our Lord and Savior CPU?"
There's so many churches of PC. I don't know
Yeah.
what to join.
There's only one. Just as long as you have one.
Yeah.
I have one. Whether I
Get
can
Ark.
play games on it is a different story.
Well, true.
It's a potato.
It's not a potato. Don't you talk
Uh-oh.
about her that way.